Pronounce your... Do you have a gum?
I have a mint, yes.
A mint.
Let me just...
Hey Myszki, it's me, Coco BeChamel, and this is Queen Time, your favorite online show from now on. Let's get to business and welcome and summon our guest tonight, Roselia Valentine! Whoosh!
Oh my goodness, how did I end up here?
Magic.
Oh, I like it.
Did I pronounce your name right?
You did. I answer to anything nowadays because I've heard every pronunciation of my name. Roselia is really close. There's an accent above the I, which people don't realize. Roselia.
Roselia.
There you go.
How long have you been doing drag?
Oof. I have been doing drag now for about 5-ish years. More like 2013 is when I started getting interested in it. 2014 is when I started actually playing with it. Albeit very badly. That was before like the whole drag race explosion, the whole YouTube makeup community explosion. So it was really hard to get like drag makeup very conveniently. So I looked very bad my first few years. Sometimes I still look kind of bad, but
Stop it, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous.
we got it now. We learned the tips and the tricks finally after a few years. But yes, around 2014 is when I started playing with it, and it actually wasn't until about 2-3 years ago that I started getting like regularly booked. So that's when I really started to get to build my craft where it is now.
Who is your drag mother?
Oh, that's a great one. So a lot of people don't know this, but Luna Nova is actually like my drag mother. So when I started out, there wasn't too many young queens in Sacramento. There was a few. We were also trying to find our way, but they were finding their way together. I was still kind of like on the outside, looking in. Like I was like, oh, I want to do what they're doing. And Luna Nova was the only one who was like really kind of like reaching out, giving me those tips, kind of giving me the ins and outs of drag. Anita Procedure, now known as Johnny Reinhardt, living in LA. It was Luna Nova, Johnny Reinhardt, and myself. We were all kind of just exploring this crazy world together back in 2014. We've all gone kind of like separate directions with drag, but I always give my credit to Luna Nova for really, having patience with me wanting to learn this craft.
Hi Luna, by the way. Hi
Luna.
Was there ever someone in the crowd who really annoyed you?
I'm pretty much a good sport when I'm in drag. I've always said like it's the end of the week. I work all week. This is like when I get to have fun. So I'm usually really good at like not taking anything super seriously or letting anything kind of put a damper on my mood when I'm in drag. You'll get drunks at your drag shows every now and then, but there's never been one that's pushed me over the edge from being too annoying. If anything, I have fun with it. I make them feel embarrassed if I can because I look good, they don't.
What was the last book that you read?
I'm currently reading one in Spanish that my dad gave me. It's a farce. It's called Pecho Frio, Cold Chest. It's really funny, but before I read that or started reading that, I actually finished House of Leaves, which if you haven't read it, it's like this thick. It's like a manuscript, and it's like a story within a story with anthologies and an index and appendices, and it's a labyrinth of a book. It's so hard to explain. Took a long time to get through, but it's such a good journey. And Megan Contagion actually was giving me support reading that, saying like, oh, you're in for a ride of your life. Such a good story, such a good book. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it.
Did you ever trip during your performance?
All the time.
Really?
Oh my god. And it's not even so much like tripping. I would say it's more kind of like mistrusting my balance, I would say. I kind of want to like do certain poses that I maybe not have rehearsed the night before or anything. And so doing that in heels to a beat of a song that you may have never done before, things don't always go as well. But I'm always really good at not letting that show on my face and try to incorporate that fumble into my numbers somehow. But yes, all the time. Now everybody's gonna be watching my feet every time I perform. They're like, let's see it, bitch.
I will. Do you consider yourself a picky eater?
No, oh my god, that's so funny because one of my pet peeves are people who are picky eaters, because I'm like, it's food. It's especially when it comes to like fruits and veggies and like, oh my gosh, I just don't understand how people can be picky when it comes to that stuff. Like, your body needs it. Just eat it. I don't know. I get like my mom would make me eat food all the time as a kid, and I'd be like, no, just chicken nuggets, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like the exact opposite. I'm like my mother now. But no, I am not a picky eater. There are things that I probably wouldn't eat, like not a big fan of mustard, mayonnaise, not really my go-to condiments. Pickles are not my favorite, but I wouldn't say I hate them. If anything, what I like about pickles is like the flavor they leave behind, like when they're on a burger. Like I'll probably like let it sit there and then maybe take the pickle out because if the texture of the pickle is a little weird to me. But I love like the flavor of it. So like when that's left behind on the burger or the sandwich, I can go to town on it.
Do you cook?
I do cook. I just moved out for the first time ever in my life in March of this year with Yaya the artist.
Hi, Yaya.
Hi, Yaya. And I made sure before I moved out to like pick up my mom's recipes and learn how to do this and that and make sure that I could be able to cook at home and save some money. So yes, I do cook. But when I'm feeling very lazy, then a bowl of cereal is just as well as a meal.
Now here's a very special question from our anonymous donor. Who do you think is attractive out of drag?
Oh, like in Sacramento?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Coco BeChamel, hands. No, not even. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking.
Really?
So, like me and Yaya have this discussion all the time, and it annoys her. She wants me to say like some other names. Like she's like, "You're gonna say Sasha, aren't you?" I'm like, "Nope, Coco, all the way." Oh my God, yes, Coco BeChamel as a boy, scrumptious. I am here for the Polish sausage.
Your favorite look?
Like my favorite look that I've done?
Yes.
I have a few looks that I've cataloged that are very like Mexican inspired. The first time I ever did the Miss Faces pageant, that was the first time I was actually commissioning work. So I'm really grateful for that pageant because it pushed me to start like actually getting some high-end drag. And we had this white, like giant quinceañera gown. It was just so obnoxiously big with the color of the Mexican flags. And one of my favorite looks ever. And it made me look very tiny because the skirt was just insanely big that it just made me like bloop, 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 like a little pool in the middle.
What is your favorite place to eat in Sac?
Oh my God. In Sacramento. That is so hard because I love to eat out. If I have the money, I'm gonna do that like every meal of the day. But if I only have enough money to do one eating out meal and I can only go to one place in Sacramento, I think I would go to the taco truck off Northgate and West El Camino. Delicious. Oh my gosh. Best tacos. Hands down. In Sacramento. Sorry, not vegan friendly at all. I do apologize. So I would hate for the vegans to go there and be like, wait a minute.
Is there a big difference between you as a person and you as a drag queen?
Oh, I don't think there's a big difference. If anything, I just feel like when I'm in drag, it's just like a microscope of all the traits that I do like about myself out of drag. When I'm like at work or stuff, not in drag, I feel like I'm very reserved to myself. I'm constantly thinking of like jokes or like some things funny that I'm maybe not expressing out loud. But when I'm in drag, I just let that come out like rapid fire. Like my mind's always working to get these improv jokes, these references out. And when I'm a boy, I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm thinking it and cataloging it, yes.
Some of them aren't funny.
A lot of them are not funny. I laugh. So I have a good time.
What would be one advice you would give to a new queen?
You're young. Use that youth as an advantage to learn these skills ASAP. That means learning the makeup, the sewing, the hair. Learn it young and keep working at it. There's no excuse when you're 20-ish and you still don't have the skills. Learn it while you can. You're not living on your own. You have the reserves. Be smart.
Rapid fire questions time!
Give it to me.
Face or body?
Body.
Celine Dion or Madonna?
Celine Dion.
Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff?
Ravenclaw.
What is your favorite curse word?
Shit.
What makes you sick?
Mayo.
What turns you on?
Nipples.
Last thing, ask me a question.
Ooh. What has been your favorite performance that you've seen another queen do in Sacramento?
I know why you asked, because it was yours.
What?
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh shit.
At Capitol Garage. And I know you were sick, but I couldn't tell.
Oh my god.
And I had so much fun. She knew every breath, every letter of every word. It was just...
It's because I sing live.
That's all we have for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it at least half as much as I did. Please remember to follow Roselia on her social medias like
Instagram, Roselia Valentine. Twitter, Roselia Val. Facebook, Roselia Valentine.
Oh, and of course remember to follow me on my social media, like obviously like Facebook and YouTube, subscribe, and Instagram because I have all the crypto tips there. All the links are in the description below.